Being independent of the location is nice, but has pros and cons. There are many who wish to be independent of the location and become digital nomads. They imagine that they can travel at any time or live abroad. What it really means working independently, and that means to work via the internet, is not clear to most people. They imagine this too rosy. Working via the internet does not mean less work. If you work as an employee on the internet, you have to work as many hours as if you go to your work. It is not possible to have the sun shining on your belly the whole day long and sit a little at your laptop before dinner. This does not work out. If you are self-employed on the internet, you must be quite active. Yes, it's possible to do nothing for a few days, but you will soon notice sales losses. Then you have to work more for some time. I've been watching for years that those who have built a company on the internet and are very successful make a video at least once a week and deliver good content during the week, the work behind the scenes, and have several employees. There are successful internet entrepreneurs who understand how to sell themselves and their ideas, and yet they work regularly. If one of them does not provide content for a few weeks, suddenly they deliver all the more. Working at home and being independent of the location has advantages and disadvantages. To work on the internet is wonderful. You can organize your work and leisure time to your liking, but you have to do your work and not procrastinate even if there is no one watching you. You do not have to fear that suddenly your boss stands next to you or a colleague comes for a chat. You do not have to eat canteen eating or eating in restaurant daily. You can eat healthy food which you buy. For some professions, which can be done on the internet, one has fixed working time. In others, one can organize his working hours himself. You can go shopping at any time if you make up for the lost working hours later. You can work until that time and enjoy the next day. Many friends and acquaintances do not understand that you have to work, even when you are at home or on a trip. Here you have to be rigorous. Say by phone, you are caught, I have no time, I have to work, and hang up immediately. And when someone comes to the door after the words, I must work, close the door. As soon as you give in, you will be bothered again and again. You could lose your work, or if you have your own company, it could happen that you go bankrupt. If you work at home and independently of your location, you must be consistent and motivated. If you are not consistently working, you can lose your job, and if you are self-employed, you will see it on your account. If you cannot motivate yourself, it is better if you do not work on the internet. Of course, you can make yourself comfortable. However, if you tend to be comfortable, be easily distracted, you will soon have problems. To work at home, you must be organized. You can take time off during working hours, but you have to make up this time later. However, you should not do this too often. At first, you might have the impression that you can do your work quickly and have more free time, but this is by no means the case. You quickly become accustomed to more leisure time and you don't keep up with your work requirements. Get used to certain working hours from the beginning and stick to it. Exceptions should stay exceptions. You need breaks. Stick to them as well. If you're sitting in front of the screen for many hours, you should do eye exercises at least once per hour. Working from home demands for consistency and organization. If you work at home, you need to be well organized. Keep in mind that you need to reach your work objectives. In the evening, write down what you have done and take notes of what work you will be doing next day, so you know in the morning with what task you are starting. Keep your working diary and take it with you when you meet with your boss. You can show him what you have done each day. If you have family, you must draw boundaries and insist on compliance with these limits. It is best to have your own room for work where you can close the door. Hang a sign on the door with the words, "Do not disturb," and turn the sign around when you are not working. The advantage not to drive to your workplace. When you work at home, you save on the way to work and back. It is usually twice 30 to more than 60 minutes. These are 1 to 2 hours which are saved daily. On top of that, you do not have to get fully dressed and women do not need makeup. Nevertheless, you should be dressed at home so that you can always welcome a colleague or a guest. The time you save, you can devote more to the family and friends. Before I became self-employed in the internet, I worked in international trade. Often I had to have lunch and dinner with guests and then go to a bar. I came home between 10 p.m. and midnight. When I went on a journey with my boss, I usually had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I could not think of going to bed before midnight. The internet was a great relief for me. To have contact with many different people had its beautiful sides, but I prefer to sit comfortably in front of the laptop. I work as much as I did when I was doing business, but it does not consume so much energy. If you're doing work on the internet, go to the company you work for once or twice a month. Not being able to speak with colleagues can be a disadvantage. If you work at home, you do not regularly meet colleagues with whom you chat and share ideas. Go once a week or every 2 weeks to the company where you are employed. Talk to your boss and with colleagues. This will help you find out if your boss is satisfied with your work, and you will also learn from your colleagues if something has changed in the company. If you are self-employed, go to events of the Chamber of Commerce of your area or to events with other digital marketers where you can chat with your colleagues. If you search for work on the internet, there are many offers to work on the internet at home and independently of the location. But be careful, not all offers are reputable. If you find work on the internet, you are well advised to find out if the company is okay before you sign a contract. Read also the small print. There are untrustworthy companies that let you work and pay you little, if anything. With some job offers, you are actually self-employed. You need to do your bookkeeping and you have to pay your house insurance yourself. So ask whether you will be employed or self-employed. It is advisable to find work by internet at a company in your hometown and go for an interview. This way you can be sure which company and under which conditions you will work. The advantage for a company outsourcing work is that they need no office space for employees who work at home. It takes less office space and thus save on rent. If you're self-employed on the internet, you will have to work more during the first months than you have been accustomed to as an employee. If you start to make money, you will be happy. But be careful if you earn a lot of money. Do not spend it right away. If you have been working for a few years on the internet, you know that there are times when you earn well and times when you earn little if nothing. There are various reasons that there are no sales for some time. During the holidays, people sit less in front of the laptop and leave the smartphone in their pocket. The weather always plays a role. On rainy and very cold days, you have more traffic than during warm summer days. Also, the weekday plays a role. On weekends, you have less visitors because people are going out. If you're self-employed on the internet, you might need savings to finance your life for the first 1 to 2 years. There's a lot of work to set up a website or a blog and build it up until enough visitors come. You can monetize your web presence as an affiliate. You will receive commissions. Later, you can add your own products. Make additional money working on the internet. You can find a second job on the internet and earn money with it. Make sure that you can do this job in the evening. I advise you take a second job only temporarily. It is nice to have some extra money, but you also need time to spend it. Some who are self-employed in the internet have funded the difficult first years with work on the internet. If you do that, you will not have much free time. You will be relieved when your own internet presence makes enough money. Thanks to the internet, I can live in another country. For me, the internet and work on the internet is made. Of course, it has to do with my age that I like to sit in front of the laptop and work silently. I like working, so I have a great work ethic. If I do not do something on my website for 1 or 2 weeks, I have less visitors and the sales decrease. I go shopping at times when there are hardly any people in the shops. You get your shopping done faster and you are immediately at the cash desk. This saves time. When I go out in the evening, then at times when a lot is happening. If I have to drive long distance by car, I go Saturday or Sunday. There is less traffic, so I can organize my time. And I organize my work and leisure time well. Without work, no one can be really happy. We need a task. For me, it is my website. If I'm informed that one of my posts or one of my products has helped someone, I'm happy about it. To do research for an article and write it is already fulfilling. Only when I've been working for a couple of days, I enjoy spending half a day or a whole day and doing something enjoyable and fun. I am very quiet because I know that my site attracts visitors and the turnover will be good. I hope I could give you ideas or help you with a decision if you should consider to work in the internet. My name is Dr. Christa Herzog. Come to visit me on my website, christaherzog.com, and come to visit me on my Facebook page, Mind Power Perfection. Thank you.